Tanner, we're here doing this interview because you guys have been playing with this team for, a super long time, like a decent amount of a career. And it'd be interesting to hear all of your stories and hear everybody's view on all of it. So that's why I brought all you guys here and trying to hear everybody's side of the story. So, when did you start playing football?
I started playing when I was in 3rd grade.
And then when did you start playing rifle football? Because I know you moved over here from Coleridge and Riverside.
8th grade I came here.
Yeah?
I played here in 8th grade.
And what was that transition like of going from, the rivals of Riverside over to rifle football?
I didn't even really transfer over here to play football at first, but I just feel like the people here were a lot different than the kids at Coleridge, So that was pretty nice, and then I connected with Wyatt and you really easily. So I feel like we made a bond pretty fast. Even though we didn't have a great season, I still thought it was one of my funner ones.
And moving into playing for rifle football, for rifle high school football anyway, when you started playing, what was the original goal? What made you play when you were, in 3rd grade?
I don't remember, I think when I was in elementary school, all my friends played it. So I was like, yeah, I'll play it too. And my mom thought it was a good idea, and she wanted me to do it, so I said, okay.
And then as you moved into even your senior year, has that why I'm playing changed at all?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, I still love the sport as much as I did, or even more when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And then now, I'm playing for my future, because one day, hope this will get me into college.
Yeah.
And to make people proud and stuff. As a little kid, you just play to play, and then you realize when you get older and you mature, you realize that, I'm making an impact on someone, and people are looking up to me, or people are watching you, and you can make people my mom, I make my mom proud.
Yeah.
So I feel just in the matter of my responsibilities have changed.
So, you mentioned your mom being proud. Is she one of the people when you walk out in that field, you're like, this one's for my mom? Or did you do it for your teammates? Because I'm sure that's a good, you don't want to disappoint them, you don't want to disappoint your mom, but you also at the same time don't want to disappoint yourself, so I'll elaborate on that.
Yeah, I always play, for my team, because, I feel we've all put in the work, and I have, that on me, and I feel I should be, that leader that, can help and go, make a win. And then, for my mom, because, to help me get a better life and, to make my mom proud.
Yeah.
I feel that's always, in the back of my mind. But for myself, I just always, try to play, the best as I possibly can, to, be able to look at myself and know that, I can do it, and, I did it.
Yeah. So because of rifle football is such a time dedication and a work ethic, and, it builds good people, not just good football players, but
Yeah.
it turns into somebody who's a good person. Waking up every day for 0 hour, going to school, doing well in school, going to practice. What really motivated you to wake up every day and go, all right, time to go, before school even starts, I'm gonna go get a lift and go focus in school and then go to practice?
For the first, until I got my license, it was really my mom, because, she'd wake me up and, have me go. But then having people there like Wyatt, and when you played, and some of my best friends would play and they would go every day, you feel I felt there was a sense of I had to.
Yeah.
I couldn't let you guys down, or my teammates down, and I knew that one day it would pay off. And then it eventually came fun for me, being able to even though some days it would suck and we were dying,
Yeah.
it was still fun to be around you guys, and the older guys, the seniors and stuff like that. You'd make memories with them, and down the road you'd be able to look back those and you realize that it was all worth it.
A lot of the guys have said, I didn't want to be the one guy who didn't work, and because you're such an important member of the team, I think that as I watch it with you, they didn't want to disappoint you, or you disappoint them, because if you're not showing up, why do they have to?
Yeah.
And that's what I think. Again, it's making those good people of having that work ethic to go, yeah, it's 6:50, but I don't want to be here, but I still am every single day.
Yeah.
And think that has a lot to do with like, the coaching staff and you guys just wanting to be the best people you can be.
Yeah.
You know, you've played a lot of football, you know, from 3rd grade up until this year. What is your best memory from football?
Oh God.
There's a lot, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you know, some of the best memories. I think like it's harder to remember as like a little kid, you know, 'cause it's all kind of a blur. But
Just
being able to play,
it's like, yeah.
being able to play in that evergreen game, you know, in a playoff game, and be able to win it,
Yeah.
that was fun. And then I think I don't remember who we played when I was a little kid, but we played in a game and it was just muddy. And you know, the game I scored my first touchdown in was always fun to remember. But
you played your freshman year for varsity too. Like you stayed after our season was done, and
yeah, you know, that was always fun. You know, like you're like terrified the whole time because some ginormous senior was gonna come and you know like lay you out. But it was really fun to be able to like be in their practice and you know like know what it's like next year and how it was gonna feel.
So being that freshman and now being, you know, the senior that you are, what's some advice you would give to next year's seniors, you know, for when they're stepping up? Because it's a big group next year. You've played with them a lot.
Yeah. You know, it goes fast. You know, don't take it for granted. And then, like, you know, just support each other and build the bond and, like, don't fade and, like, keep as many people in, like, 0 hour especially as you can. Because, like, in our senior class, you know, we're all, like, best friends. And, you know, like, their class is the same. And they just need to, like, stay with it. And then when the season comes, like, it's there and it'll be gone. You know, like, I still can't believe our season ended.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I'm sure that was a shock to be like, wow, I'm done, you know?
Yeah, you know, like, that'll happen. But, you know, they'll be ready, so.
And then being that freshman, what do you give to next year's freshmen coming up? Whether they play football or just in general, because we've both been that guy that's walking through the hallway at this tall.
Yeah, you know, do as much as you can. Like, I wish I would have ran track all 4 years of high school or, you know, stick with 0 hour because, you know, like, I remember days I wouldn't want to get up, but, you know, like, I wouldn't have been, like, nearly the person I am today without it. Like, 0 hour built me into the person I am today, and, like, OD built me into the person I am today.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I'd be without, like, him or the weight room or the guys in it, so.
So, because, I'm assuming OD is pretty important in your life.
Yeah.
Do you think he's one of the most supportive people, as well as the hardest people on you when it comes down to it?
Yeah.
And if it isn't, like, who else is there?
I don't think he's one of the hardest people on me, but he's definitely one of the most supporting people. Like when times have gotten hard for me, he was always, like, there for me.
Yeah.
And he would do whatever he could, you know, like, without a second thought, he was always there for me. So, like, having him there for me like that meant so much to me.
Yeah.
To be able to say, like, if I need something, like, he's always going to be there for me. Like, even now, like, that we're not playing football, I can still, go talk to him, and, like, he's there for me. Like, it just means a lot, you know?
I think that's, like that has a lot to do with you guys being such a tight-knit group of, like, people, is that those coaches, they've been with you forever.
Yeah.
And they don't want to see you guys, you're not just a player to them, like, you're the closest thing to family as, you know, as you can get when it comes down to it, because you guys are so close.
Yeah.
I think having that of, like, you can go to a coach, you can go to him and be like, hey man, this is going on, I don't know what to do about it. And that's with any of them, I feel like.
Yeah.
But especially OD, because numerous people have said that, like OD, I've gone to him for other things, and he's really helped me through it.
Yeah, you know.
If you could thank one person for supporting you through football for these high school years, what would you have to say? Who is that to you?
My mom.
Yeah.
You know, like, even when I didn't play varsity and, like, stuff like that, she would still support me. And then, like, when I realized that, you know, I wanted to go to, like, the next level, she would drive me to, like, places and, like, help me pay for, like, combines and, like, camps and stuff. And, you know, like, even when times got hard, she's always been there for me, you know. So, and, like, no matter what I'll do in life, you know, she's always there for me. And, you know, being able to play football and then make her smile and happy, like, be happy, you know.
Yeah, that's her son in there.
Yeah, and, like, to know that, like, she's proud of me and, like, what I've done, I think that means a lot to me, that makes my mom feel good.
So, she's obviously super important in your life. Do you think, when you walk on the field, you playing for her a lot of the time?
Yeah, definitely, she's never left my side my entire life, other people have, and to be able to do that for her is important for me because, I feel like she's done so much for me, and even though it's just a game, that still means so much to her, so.
Exactly. So this is a question that's I wrote this down going, none of them are gonna want to answer this because it makes you sound incredibly cocky when you say it. But do you consider yourself a role model for other students and teammates? When you walk down the hall, do you think damn, these people they care and they look at me with a role model?
Yeah, I think I do. I think I'm that leader. I remember my freshman year, you look at guys in the weight room and you're yeah, I want to follow him, and I feel I've I put in the effort and I do stuff that proves that I think and I'm good enough, I think that I can show that I'm that leader and that I could lead a team.
Yeah.
And I felt my dedication and stuff and the relationships I built with people, I felt I was I can become that leader, and I think I became that leader.
Yeah. All right, so because you've played so much football, what do you think was your best win throughout your entire career? I like how it's a career, but you're not even 18 yet. It's funny.
I know. I think, I don't know, I try to think back on the season. I felt that Delta game was one of the best, I don't know if I have any, that was a big moment, that was my hands down, favorite game to win, being able to win a playoff game was really special.
Yeah.
And for that, and even though last year when we were in 3A, we played Palisade, and that was the last game of season 4 league, but this year it was different. So I couldn't say me and a team went head to head.
Yeah.
So.
On the opposite end of that, because you've played so much, what loss really made you go, damn, that one? What'd you learn from it too?
Probably the Aspen game, because we shouldn't have lost that game. I feel and what happened, and just the whole situation of that game, really brought it that we could be beat.
Yeah.
And that I feel even though we lost that game, the whole team worked even just that much harder, because that happened, and you don't want to feel that again. And because just that game was a shock to all of us. So me losing that game was kind of a wake-up call.
Yeah.
So that one hurt a lot, because if we would have had 2 more points, we would have went undefeated for the season, but it happened. So.
And you're not the first. You're actually one of many who have said that these past few days. I think Dalton said it best, and you kind of elaborated the same thing, where he was we came in there with expectations oh, we're gonna smoke them, and then we didn't.
Yeah.
And then it set those expectations of don't come in with expectations anymore, because anything can happen. And I think you can take that on for the rest of your life of don't come in expecting anything, work for it. And then, and I think that's really what you guys took from that. And then you came in and did really well the rest of your season.
Yeah.
All right. The last few questions, I promise. Tanner Vines, what do you think people will remember about you when you leave this year?
That I worked hard, that I tried to put in the extra work. When it came to football, I was a leader and a team player. That I made my mark, and, I just hope people remember me as I didn't let them down.
Yeah.
And that I worked hard, and that I just went, my effort was always there, and I went above and beyond, and people remember me for that hardworking kid in the weight room.
Yeah. I think when I think of you, that's definitely I was dude, he worked his ass off.
Yeah.
All 4 years. There wasn't a time where I was yeah, Tanner's slacking. especially these past coming into your senior year. So, to you, think of this just as a general question, not a rifle football player. Just what makes a good football player?
You know, just I think effort-wise, you know, like, because I'm not even that talented or athletic, you know, but I feel like my effort's always there, you know, like it doesn't matter, you know, like as long as you can go as hard as you can, and you know, if you can build up like a football IQ, you know, and you know how the game works, I feel like that makes you so much better. But really just effort-wise, you know, like if you can step out onto the field and go 100%, you know, all the time, and you know, if you have like, even like, because you know, you could want to go as hard as you can, but if you don't have like the teammates there that you want to play for and like that you feel like you're responsible to go hard for them, then I feel like you have to have that.
Yeah, and the next question is, what do you think makes a great rifle football player? Because you guys are talented, yes, but I think because you guys are such this tight-knit family of a team that, I mean, you've had really talented people come in and not fit the mold because they think of themselves as the best. They don't think of the team as, we're going to do great. So what do you think really makes you guys different and makes a great rifle football player?
0 hour. You know, like I came into my freshman year like unathletic, like this slow kid, you know, and every day I just went in the weight room and, you know, and then you have like that coaching staff in there and they know what they're doing, you know, like no matter how good we could have been, you know, if we wouldn't have that coaching staff that could help us and, you know, like pushed us in the right direction, none of it would have happened. So to be able to be a rifle football player, I think you need to be able to work hard and be a team player and just have to like love each other, you know, because like if you're some like selfish mean guy, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, even if you're the best football player.
Yeah, you know, like
if you're not loving for your teammates, then they're not gonna care about you.
yeah, you know, to be able to just work hard and be selfless, I think those are the two big things.
So what's next for Tanner Vines?
Oh God, I don't know. You know, I'm gonna go to college. Hopefully, I go somewhere where I can play football. Because, you know, that has been a dream of mine since I was a little kid. But, you know, these past 2 years, I really realized I could do it. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I know my mom would love if I went. And, you know, I feel like I'd make a lot of people proud because, you know, a lot of people have pushed for me to do that. And, you know, just to be able to play the game some more. Yeah. And, like, now that, like, I've built up, like, how good, like, where I've become, you know, to be able to, like, keep that going to see how much better I can be. Mm-hmm. And, you know, just to be able to, like, keep playing the game, that's really all I want to do, you know. Yeah. So, and, you know, get an education, have a better life for myself.
Yeah, I mean, football has been such, you know, you're such an important part of your life forever. Why stop now?
Yeah, you know.
You have the skills and you have the ability, and I wouldn't mind watching Tanner Vines play more football. So the goal is, you know, continue football, better in education.
Yeah.
Keep living.
That's right. I'm Tanner Vines, and I'm a rifle football player.
Perfect, buddy.